brought by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton and Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible.
Okay, no worries. That's why I'm asking. So, there's just gonna be there's a cut to you and the ball gets hit. What's not stuck? Yeah, just follow the ball. It's as simple. Like the angle you're at is great, and then if it goes in that foot, you can zoom a little bit.
Field on the campus of Oliver Ames. I'm Gio Ballestino, and I'm joined with former EGSL president and always will be my president, John Homer, today. We've got a barn burner today. We've got our OA Tigers versus the Whitman-Hanson Panthers. Both teams come into this game 0-2. A couple of tough losses for the Tigers this week, John. What's your take on that?
Yeah, early in the season, Gio, it takes about 4 to 5 games for the girls to really get into it. Some girls didn't play all winter, some did. So there's a mix. You have to have 9 strong players out there. So we'll see how this game produces today. Unexpected results.
We should be in for a good one. Lead off, Kenna Kirshner grounds out to Katie Melendi.
So Katie, good thing Katie, she's a good fielder. Gets off the mound, gets to cover a lot of the short bunts. So expect to see anything up the middle. Hopefully, lookouts.
We've got the second baseman, Cassidy Briggs, bat up for Whitman-Hanson. She takes a strike.
Whitman-Hanson, first-year coach, so they're in a new regime right now.
I spoke with Jordan prior, and Briggs grounds out to Maddie Homer, the cog of this team.
Maddie's got a lot of action, a lot of balls to the left side this year. And they expect Katie Melendi has a lot of spin on the ball, so we expect to see a lot of ground outs.
And that brings up Kaylee Butterfield, the catcher for Whitman-Hanson. And she looks at a ball one.
Little change up by Katie Melendi. Got the 3, 4, 5, some power hitters, so she'll mix it up some.
And she does a great job. She's got, I believe, 4 or 5 pitches that she works with on a regular basis.
Right, the weather's not too cold.
And Butterfield takes a strike for 1-1.
Slight wind today, blowing left to right.
And she swings, miss, strike 2, 1-2.
Lindy working the outside of that plate right now. Keep moving up and see what Blue's going to get.
A little outside, ball 2.
Good pitch. Nothing in the strike zone on 1 and 2.
Now with the 1-2 count, I want to keep the ball out of the zone. And fouls that off. Butterfield. Count remains 2-2.
Looks like Wendy came back with a little drop ball on that one. Keeping that ball down.
Butterfield, the catcher.
That's not bad for Butterfield. She's very selective, following off the pitches she doesn't want, wait for her pitch.
And Butterfield walks. Bases loaded. And that brings up Emmy Cook, the shortstop. It's a returning starter from last year.
We'll see how aggressive is Bridgewater with their first runner on. Back on the
And she
outside,
takes a
called
strike. And this first inning is brought to you by Kempner Electric. Plug in with the professionals. Kempner Electric. And Melendi throws a high ball with a 1-1 count to Cook. Melendi winds up and a little low.
So Melendi looks like she's trying to avoid anything too strong to this number 4 hitter.
Count is 2-1, 2 outs. And nice pitch by Melendi. Just bit that inside corner, John. Now we got a 2-2 count.
pitcher advantage right now. See what she goes with. Same 11 outside. Looks like it's setting up.
Then pop up. Johnson's under it and catches it. And that retires the side.
Nice hitting by OA. A couple of ground outs pop up. Sammy Johnson, first year full starter at first base. Having a very good season so far, Gio, defensively.
Also an Ambush alumni.
You are correct on that, sir.
Yeah.
We have a change-up, I noticed, on the lineup today. We have Caitlin Miller still out. I believe she's on concussion protocol, starting center fielder. Unfortunately, she'll be out, I imagine, for another 3 to 5 days. So starting in center, they moved over Cristalia Covell from left to center, and have Ava Tracy, I believe, is starting in left field.
Yep. Yeah, injuries are a little rough sometimes. But that's what builds character in a team. Oh, no, I didn't know if we were still broadcasting.
Is pleased to announce format changes to its website, www.eastoncat.org. Our viewers will now be able to watch online 24/7, 4 channels streaming live the following program areas: public, education, and government, as well as offering high definition or HD. Moreover, when viewers log into the website,
And we're back at the Moscato Sports Complex on the campus of Oliver Ames. Leading off for the OA Tigers is Maddie Homer, shortstop, number 11. And Maddie takes the ball in the first pitch.
Yeah, Maddie started the season off. She's batting around 650 right now. Has strong season, making a lot of contact. About 6 stolen bases. Good to get her on, get some action going.
And she takes ball 2. Mead, the pitcher, has thrown 2 solid games. Whitman-Hanson's first loss was a 2-1 back and forth game, according to Coach Jordan, who I met with prior to the game. And Maddie takes another ball, 2-1 to count. Mead is her ace of the staff. And Maddie Homer takes a strike. Counts 2-2. Maddie's also been hitting the ball for power this year.
She's typically a small ball player, and she hasn't bunted once this year, going deep many occasions. Not that time.
Aggressive swing.
Now it's 3-2. Yeah,
Now
they had the wrong count on the scoreboard.
Wrong count on the scoreboard. Now it's full count.
3-1. She was going for the fence on that one.
Staying is live. Fouls it off to the backstop. Count remains full.
6-pitch count so far. It's good in the first batter. People can get a lot of looks, see what she's throwing.
And Maddie goes down swinging.
Looked like it might have been a drop ball on that one.
It brings up Devin Morris, the sophomore. Devin, another solid hitter. Mead deals.
Yeah, Devin's
Outside the
also
zone.
another good contact hitter, Gio. She's had a strong start of the season. Good line drive hitter.
Meet in the circle. Meet deals. Ball too low. 2-0 count on Morris with Katie Melendi on deck.
Infield looks like playing a little tight. Shortstop's up by the line. Regular depth in the outfield.
And Morris chops one to the shortstop and is out head first.
Perfectly on that one.
It's Cook to Larkin for the out. And that brings up Katie Melendi with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Another player that's been showing a solid bat this year and really took it as a springboard from last season.
Strong player, Gio. She's a couple of years ago, she was hitting a lot of line drives to right. As she got stronger and bigger, Katie's putting a lot of balls to left and center. Once she gets her bat going, it's going to be that much more of a powerful lineup.
It's low and inside for ball 1. The second inning is brought to you by Murphy Tax for all your tax needs. And it is that time of year, John.
Yes, it is, sir. I might give them a call after this game.
As Melendi takes strike 2.
Nice pitch on the outside corner.
A little bit of movement on it.
Yep. I've seen about 3 different pitches so far in here. She's starting to work it already. Hopefully the girls getting a lot of good looks.
And Melendi lines out to the second baseman, Briggs. And that retires the side where you have your OA Tigers 0, Whitman-Hanson 0.
Welcome to Easton News. I'm Abby Kitchenham.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics. The annual town election is scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd, 2023. Community events.
Be inspired. Counseling presents a parent and child coping workshop centered around a new year and new beginnings.
And sports.
Pressure builds diamonds, so we live by that every day at practice, going into every game.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us for Easton News. Playing 6 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
I don't like that. She's swinging, but I don't like that strikeout.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. Jack, you're doing a great job today. And that brings up Haley Lieber.
Starting third baseman.
Starting
Strong
third
corner
baseman.
girl.
And she takes ball 1. Melendi, cool as a cucumber as always. Hit that inside corner with a strike.
You get that corner, you get a good game going. Back that batter right out.
And that's 1-1 count on Lieber. Goes right back up the middle for a base hit. Melendi almost had that.
Nice piece of hitting right there.
And that brings up Taryn Leonard, the center fielder, number 13.
First batter on.
First batter on for either team. We could see a little small ball here, John. Maybe not.
I saw this girl running earlier. It has some speed. It's good call, Gio. Wouldn't be surprised.
Leonard goes to left field, or right field, with Paige Taylor under it and pulls it in.
Paige had a very
That's
strong
one down.
game against Stoughton, had a lot of deep fly balls, positioning herself well. Smart piece of hitting, going right side of the runner on first. Just got the ball a little too up.
That brings up the pitcher, Lauren Mead, so she can help her own cause here with runner on first, one down. And Lindy goes inside for ball one. A little brisk here today, John, on the OA campus.
Gio, I feel a little wind kicking up. And hopefully, the temperature's supposed to be warming up a few degrees. Stay positive. Think warm thoughts.
And Mead takes strike one.
Nice pitch on the outside corner by Millennium, the runner on first base. If you get that strike on the outside, easier throw to second.
Melendi is working all the corners today. She deals a little high. Oh, pass ball.
Broke off the glove of Catherine.
Ball went off Farley back to the backstop, and Lieber advances.
It's 2 balls, 1 strike, Gio. It's a little action happening right now. See how aggressive they'll be. Nice pitch by Melendi down in the dirt, swinging strike, Gio. What do you think of that one?
That was a beautiful pitch. A lot of movement down on it. Mead looking at a 2-2 count. And she bloops one in right field for a single. Lieber moves over to third.
Again, nice
Still
opposite field hit. Inside, outside swing on that one, Gio.
Still with one down. That was a nice piece of hitting by the pitcher, Mead.
Probably do a pinch. Yep, pinch runner coming in. Expect to see her down second base. So first and third, we'll see what type of strategy OA is going to use defensively. Looks like number 7.
Rachel Webb checks into the game as the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Mead. We'll have to see what Coach McDermott has up her sleeve here.
So it looks like the corners are staying in, Gio. Middles are staying back, hopefully trying to turn 2. Coach strategy right now.
That brings up Allie Larkin, the first baseman. And she shows bunt. And Rachel Webb advances to 2.
Unfortunately, Catherine Farley bobbled that ball on the rundown. Got down to second. Third base runner wasn't going.
Now we've got runners on second and third with 1 out, 1 ball. Melendi deals. Swing and a miss.
Nice
Strike
pitch on the
1.
outside corner.
There's nice movement on that ball from right to left. Hitting getting the outside pitch.
So bottom of the order up right now. Need
Foul ball out of play.
these next 2 outs are big. We want to flip over to the top of the order.
Now Larkin with an 0-2 count hole.
Nothing near. See how far outside Farley's going to go this one. Oh, went inside. Set up outside, went inside. Not sure what the call was on that one.
So we got a 1-2 count. Melendi in the circle. And Melendi outside with ball 2.
Tough pitch to take. She held up. Smart piece of hitting.
So Larkin with a 2-2 count. Melendi deals. Ground ball. Maddie Homer. Homer to Johnson. Back to Farley. A double play. What a heads-up play by Sammy Johnson getting that ball to Farley on the tag out at home. And after 1.5, you've got your OA Tiger 0, Whitman-Hanson 0.
Wow, that was a blunder.
What a play. gave me access to stats if we need them. And welcome back to the OA softball field on the Oliver Ames campus, where Catherine Farley leads off the inning for your OA Tigers, and she swings and misses
Catherine's
to
on the
take
four
strike one.
spot, replacing up for Caitlin Miller, who's, as we know, Gio, she's out, I believe, right?
She's
On injury?
There's a couple of injuries that to start the season for the Tigers that put them in a little bit of a quandary, but from what I understand, the people filling in, Crystalia and Ava, have stepped in valiantly and done a great job.
I believe Caitlin should be back about 3 to 5 days.
And she brings more than just a bat. Just the energy level that Caitlin Miller brings to that team should really be a step in the right direction for them. Farley looking at a 2-1 count. Mead deals inside for ball 3.
3 and 1, Gio.
We got a hitter's
big
count
swing right now. A hitter's count.
So Mead in the circle, and she delivers. Farley aggressive swing.
3 and 1. Go for the fence, Gio, right?
That is correct. That brings the count full. Well, 3-2, no outs.
We'll say most of the batters in OA are working up 5 to 6 pitch count. Should benefit well the second, third times of the order.
I mean, and Farley goes down swinging for strike 3. That's our first out of the inning. The one thing that I have noticed over in previous years, they've been very aggressive on the front end of it at bat, swinging at the first 2 pitches. They seem to be really working the count in this game, especially today. And I've also, from what I've noticed this year, they've been really being patient at the plate. And that brings up Crystalia Covell, the center fielder, filling in for Miller. And she takes strike 1, or swings and misses for strike 1.
It's a big choke up on that bat. Curious if she's trying it. Yep, and she
Shows
is,
punt.
Gio.
And takes strike 2.
Yeah, notice she's up about 2 or 3 inches on the bat. Got to be careful of giving it away too early. Hey, nice attempt.
And Crystalia in the hole, 0-2.
Corner's still staying tight. 2 strikes, Gio.
Oh, and Crystalia goes down looking.
Tough at bat.
That brings up the third baseman, Emily Martin, former Ambush alumni. And Martin fouls one off. Being aggressive right out of the gate, John.
Yeah, Emily's on a little slow start to the season offensively. Once she gets her bat going, expect to see big things from her. She's got that nice golfer swing, Gio. Nice, smooth.
She could definitely, when she gets a hold of it, the ball just blasts off of the bat.
I think the more reps these girls see in the first, like I said, the first 5 or 6 games, like see better results.
That's a 1-1 count to Martin. Takes ball 2.
Nice eye. Just below the knees. Nice spot by the pitcher. She's definitely moving the ball around a lot.
If you like pitchers duel, John, I think this is the game for you. Both pitchers are really throwing the ball well. And Martin swings and misses for strike 2, moving the count to 2-2.
One of the pause of that, Gio. Quick game, less in the cold, but
yeah, the wind is picking up a little bit here in beautiful Northeastern. And Martin goes down swinging, or goes down looking. Sorry, it's strike 3. And that retires the sides after 2. OA 0. Whitman-Hanson 0.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has
Podcast!
ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Well, thank you, Jack, and welcome back to OA softball field. And we've got Liv Turasi up, the left fielder. And she takes ball 1 from Melendi.
So bottom of the order right now, Gio. They get her on. We go up to the top of the order. Let's hope they get this first out.
Ground ball to Homer. Oh, just kicked up off a pebble.
Range to the left. The third hop got to her. They fortunately couldn't get that ball in the second hop. Which brings us to the top of the order.
And that puts Turasi at first with no outs. And that brings up Kenna Kirshner for her second at bat. And Wendy goes high with ball 1.
So third baseman Emily Martin's playing very tight, Gio. They got exposed against Stoughton last game, a lot of bunts, so they're making an adjustment on the defensive side of the ball.
There's a ground ball to Homer. Over to Morris for the out, the force out at 2. Tried to turn that double play. Looks like she lost the handle of the ball.
Yep, so she, on the transition, so the call was correct. The initial out on the transition, she dropped the ball. Thus, runners out second on the first.
That brings up Cassidy Briggs. Takes ball 1. Third inning here is brought to you by Maplewood Country Day Camp. For all the summer camp needs for the kiddos.
Coming up really soon, Gio. Start planning ahead.
And Briggs pops it up.
Another ball hit to the right side last time.
With Paige Taylor with the catch.
Looks like OA did make the adjustment, shift a little right on that last batter.
That's Kaylee Butterfield, the catcher, back to the plate. For her second at bat.
She had a nice at bat the first time.
She takes
count, foul a few off.
She takes strike 1. Wendy hitting that outside corner. The 2 down. That's strike 2. Fouls it off to the backstop.
Nice swing by Butterfield. Nice in and out. Nice elevation. Wendy just had a better pitch on that.
And back up the middle. Just Butterfield with Kirshner advancing to 2. And that's 2 on with 2 outs.
Again, nice piece of hitting.
And that brings up the number 4 hitter, Emmy Cook, the shortstop.
Butterfield got the big part of the bat on an inside-outside swing.
Yeah, Coach McDermott was telling me how scrappy this team is, and she feels that, they're just one really solid inning away from turning the corner on this season.
I can see that, Gio. Watching some of these girls in warmths and how they're approaching offensively at the batter, they're being aggressive and not flailing. Some nice swings.
As Cook takes strike 2. She's in the hole 0-2.
I believe she's a first-year coach, correct, Gio?
She is a first-year coach.
Heard good things about her.
And also has a past in Oliver Ames. She had mentioned she was here years ago.
And what
And
capacity?
Kazi is an assistant coach. And Cook pops up. Left fielder. Cristalia makes the catch. Center fielder has total reins out there, John.
Yes, they do.
And she made a nice catch. And after 2.5, Whitman-Hanson 0, OA 0.
In 2023, Easton is a tight-knit community of 25,000 people. But with the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget our past. A time when Easton's population was 6,000.
Everybody knew who everybody
And
everybody was.
And there was respect.
There was respect for everyone.
When kids enjoyed great freedom and independence.
Everybody was poor at today's standards, but we all were in the same boat and we enjoyed life.
So join me, Priscilla Almquist Olsen, as I explore what makes Easton so very special with some of its lifetime residents.
I think Easton has so much to offer, and if you're living in a community, you have to know it.
Watch Growing Up in Easton Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. See you then.
How about that?
She's a softball player.
Sophomore.
First year playing.
I'll talk about her being the newest addition to, kind of go on that. Thanks, Jack. Doing a great job today, as always, buddy. And that brings up Ava Tricia for the OA Tigers. She's a newer member of the OA family here.
She was a former baseball player, Gio. I think it's her first year.
And she swings and misses for strike 1.
Playing big ball. As you know, Gio, having coached softball yourself, bit of adjustment, transition in the game. A lot of similarities, but different style of hitting.
Different style of hitting, and approach to the game's very different. Most kids, they transition, but it takes a while. And we've got an 0-2 count on Tricia. He deals. A little outside.
Nice pitch away. Smart pitch.
Brings a 1-2 count for Ava, the left fielder.
The OE has yet to get the first runner on. Let's hopefully they can make a change.
And Tracy goes down swinging for the first out. That brings up the first baseman, Sammy Johnson. Turned out really nice double play in the first inning.
She had nice footwork, nice transition, nice IQ play. Like big things from Sammy this year. She acclimates to the new position, gets more reps of the plate. She had a busy winter at OA and some other curricular activities. Didn't get much work in the field house.
She's at ball 1. And she looks at strike 1. Brings a 1-1 count with 1 down.
Sammy being selective on her pitch. She knows what she likes.
And Sammy swings and misses for strike 2.
A little behind on that one. She's getting her timing down.
Sammy was a home run derby contestant in the softball tournament over in
My side.
what is that?
Kingston.
Carver? Kingston. The Kingston Home Run Derby participant.
Oh, go way back.
We're going way back. That's the good thing, John, about calling these games for the OA Tigers is we have a lot of experience coaching all these players. And Sammy swings and misses for strike 3. That brings up Paige Taylor with 2 down. And we were talking about getting off to a quick start and getting some runners on, John. And it's looking like this is going to be a grind this inning for the OA Tigers.
Paige a lefty. She's can be. Sometimes don't Gio. She's going slapping, or she might just go for a straight up hit. She has a lot of tools in her arsenal, and just waiting to see which one she's going to bring up.
And from a strategy standpoint, that's great if you're looking to play some small ball, but not with 2 outs. Oh, and she drops a bunt down. And Meade takes it, fields it cleanly, and throws over to the second baseman. Who was that? Briggs for the out. And that retires the side. No score.
In 2023, Easton is a tight-knit community of 25,000 people. But with the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget our past. A time when Easton's population was 6,000.
Everybody knew who everybody
And
was.
And there was respect.
There was respect for everyone.
When kids enjoyed great freedom and independence.
Everybody was poor at today's standards, but we all were in the same boat and we enjoyed life.
So join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, as I explore what makes Easton so very special with some of its lifetime residents.
I think Easton has so much to offer, and if you're living in a community, you have to know it.
Watch Growing Up in Easton Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. See you then.
Oh, jeez. Got my kids all mixed up. And welcome back to the OA softball field in beautiful Easton. And we've got Haley Lieber leading off. I believe she had a base hit last at bat.
Another good piece of hitting she did, Gio, correct. She's got a nice swing.
Really seen a lot from this Whitman-Hanson team fundamentally. They're working the count. They've got nice fundamental swings. But we knew, as we mentioned earlier, I knew we were going to get a pitcher's duel here. And the pitchers are not disappointing today.
Absolutely. The second time through, we'll see any changes. And by the third time through, the thing with OA, they usually pretty much go through one pitcher. It puts a lot of stress on Melendi on the mound.
And Lieber goes up the middle again. 2 for 2. Solid base hit there.
Notice, Gio, a lot of these girls on the Whitman-Hanson team, they're getting their bat around and getting the fat part of the bat. I haven't seen any balls off the handle, even the foul balls. They're getting the fat part of the bat on. Shows some strong discipline.
That brings up Taryn Leonard, the center fielder. And she pops up to the right side of the infield. Or foul play. Thank you.
So, that type of ball, the second base is going to range to it. Definitely not the first baseman. The second baseman, right fielder, need to communicate. Tough catch, but it was playable.
That brings the count to 0-1 for Leonard. Oh, wait. And Leonard fouls off another one to the right. And, Sammy. Just out of the reach of our first baseman, Sammy Johnson.
Looks like the wind may have played a little bit on that one. Same spot. 2 balls outside, same area. Let's see how they do this one. Any shift defensively, Gio? On the right side.
Not seeing it.
Oh,
She's gone over there 3 times already. And she plops one out, flies to the left, to right field. Easily caught by Paige Taylor.
Nice range by Taylor. A lot of balls on the right, pop-ups to the right side, ground balls left side.
And that's the first out of the inning, John. And that brings up the pitcher, Lauren Mead, who, both pitchers are just throwing a phenomenal game today. He takes the ball inside for 1-0. Lieber on first with one of the few hits that we've seen today by either team.
Yeah, I will say they are making more contact, but only a few hits. Oh, nice off-speed.
Swing and misses. Melendi mixing it up on this at that.
I think Katie's pretty safe. Runner on first base. The ball was originally dropped by Catherine Farley, and the runner didn't try to advance. So at that point, a pitcher's going to see that and know, hey, I can throw a changeup, knowing she's not going to steal on it. Little things they can pick up when a team's not going to be aggressive on the pass.
It's 2-1 count. Mead goes in the gap. Fielded cleanly and brought in quickly by Covell.
Nice piece of hitting in the gap right there.
That brings up the first baseman, Allie Larkin. So we got first and second, one out. Courtesy runner in for Mead, the pitcher. Looks like we're looking at Rachel Webb again, coming in to run. Melendi deals with a nice strike right down the middle.
Yep, first pitch strike, she went after her.
Oh, and 1 count to Larkin. Oh, and Larkin takes one off the foot to load the bases.
I will say, the Panthers are getting a lot of opportunities right now. These innings, they're getting runners on base, a lot of scoring chances.
So there's one down. Coach Allison calls timeout, bring her infield in for a little conference.
So,
What do you think she's saying, John?
You know, G, I'm wondering right now, based on who do you have up at the? She's probably thinking, based on who's coming up. Is going to try to turn 2, bring the corners in.
Well, that's the number 9 hitter, John. So,
and
should play up definitely with one down. You want to get that runner at home on any ground ball. Keep this a 0-0 game.
Yeah, they did make Panthers made one blip last time on a ground ball, the homer at short, made the play, and they turned 2, and Johnson fired one at home. I don't think the coach knows. They don't want to make that mistake again.
Yeah. Here comes Teresi, the left fielder, and she takes ball 1.
Panthers in the driver's seat right now. They can sit back and wait for the pitch. So the infield is in.
And Teresi takes strike 1. Looking.
Like to see a quick ground ball back to Melendi.
She's a Gold Glover over there. And she pops up to the right side of the infield.
No infield
Paige
fly.
Teller's in and makes the catch. And Lever thought about it for a moment, diving back to 3.
Oh, we'll say Gio smart on that. She drew the throw. She wasn't going to make it, but she drew a throw deep, hoping there'd be a miscue on the OA side.
And that brings up the leadoff batter, Kenna Kirshner, with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Infield obviously back, normal depth. Corners are deep.
Now she takes strike 1. Nice pitch selection by Melendi.
Got to keep them off balance right now. A lot of action on the outfield on the right side, Gio, today.
Kirshner looks at strike 2.
Let's see how far away she puts this one, Gio. She can play with a couple of pitches here.
See our Tigers get out of this jam. Ball 1, she thought about it.
Yeah, nice pitch. She's another one to toy with right now. Keep that batter back on her heels.
Wendy deals. A little high.
Good discipline by number 4. Kirshner looks to be a very disciplined batter. Leading off, you have to be.
And she swings and misses to retire the sides. Melendi gets out of the jam.
What a great inning by Melendi.
And after 3.5, your OA Tigers 0, Whitman-Hanson 0. I gotta get more. Welcome back to OA Softball Field. We've got this inning brought to you by O'Brien Car Care for all your auto needs. And the leadoff batter for this inning for the OA Tigers is Maddie Homer, number 11, the shortstop. First pitch popped it up and out of play.
Homer being aggressive up there. She wants to get on base. She's had a strong bat so far this season.
Hopefully that ball didn't hit a car, so someone would need
Yeah,
O'Brien Car Care.
It's happened a few times, Gio. It's kind of tough. There's no batting cage here, so the girls are freewheeling. And caused a couple of broken windshields already.
Homer with an 0-1 count, shows bunt for ball 1.
So the bunt coverage right now, so they have both corners are crashing on the bunt. Let's see if they stay there. To Homer's advantage, if they stay there.
Well, hopefully if there were some broken windshields, that they were using Morse Insurance for their auto insurance needs. Thank you, Morse Insurance. Mead deals. Maddie Homer swing and miss for strike 2. 1-2 count on the spark plug of this team, Maddie Homer. Hopefully she gets something started here.
Let's hope so, Gia. Get her on base. Yeah, probably a couple of stolen bases.
She gets a hold of it. Oh, little. Looked like she got under that a little bit, John, to pop out to third base.
Yeah, she was ahead of that one, Gio, and she caught the narrow part of the bat on a little pop-up.
And pop out the Larkin. That brings up Devin Morris, the second baseman.
A lot of dogs are coming around here today, Gio. See a few pups running around.
There's always dogs around the beautiful OA campus. And for those pet needs, you can go to JM Pet Resorts. I know my dogs have been there.
Mine too, Gio. I got to give them a lot of accolades. I have a great success in the supplies, the cleanings. Nice people over there. They give a lot of contribution support for the local community.
Thank you, JM Pet Resorts. And Morris, with the count of 1-1. Need some base runners, John.
Yes, gotta get these bats going, Gio. No one taking third strikes. You gotta be aggressive.
Morris swings and misses for strike 2. Meat deals. Morris fouls it off to the right.
Definitely see that ball moving a lot out there in these girls. They haven't figured her out yet. Mead's throwing a nice game.
She seems to be working all her pitches.
Nice
Coach
eye.
McDermott had nothing but great things to say about her. She's a leader on this team, and she's one of the seniors.
She looking
And Morris flies out to center field. That was Taryn Leonard with the catch.
nice piece of hitting. Unfortunately, couldn't find an opening in the gap. Center fielder made a nice step in. First step back, and she came running in for the ball.
That brings up Melendi with 2 down. Katie Melendi can help her own cause here, John.
You know, Gio, Katie's an aggressive player. She's very competitive.
Ball 1.
And, you know, it's what she's thinking right now.
Seems like the wind's picking up a little bit today, Homer.
It is. I just came through and might throw another coat on. I think Katie's looking to play next year, Gio. Continue her softball career.
And there's a foul ball out of play. Oh, and off one of those cars that we were talking about.
Call going into Morris, perhaps. Oh, didn't hit the windshield. Yeah, so Katie, I think, Gio, she's looking to play next year. Is that correct?
That is correct. I believe she's committed to Gordon University.
Oh, Gordon College. Great
Gordon
institution,
College,
one in
yep.
Mass.
So, Gordon College getting one of OA's finest. And she takes ground ball over to 2 and out at 1.
Off the end of the bat. Tough hit.
After 4, OA 0. Whitman-Hanson 0. And welcome back to the OA softball field, where we have a scoreless pitcher's duel today.
Second baseman Briggs up, Gio.
We got Briggs leading off the inning.
So the
And this
had
inning,
a lot of runners on base. They're successful at doing that, at least, and that can pay off in later innings, which we're at now.
this inning is brought to you by Halverson Orthodontics.
Gio,
I know them very well.
I think we paid for a couple of their boats.
Dr. Halverson, one of the nicest people
Yes.
you could ever meet.
Support them wholeheartedly.
I mean, thank you for your support. Briggs got a 2-1 count.
Nice pitch by Melendi on the outside corner, like a drop ball.
Melendi deals, and out of play.
Little lag on that swing. If the out of the field has picked that up, see if there's any shift.
2-2 count on Briggs. And she grounds one down the left-hand side off of Emily Martin's glove. Emily Martin tried to backhand the ball and just couldn't get it cleanly.
Knocked it down. Give her credit on that one. It was a tough hit. Give her a hit on that one.
It was a hard hit ball. I think Martin would have had a difficult time making that play, but definitely prevented the runner from moving to 2.
Got the meat of the order coming up here, Gio.
So we got Butterfield again, the catcher. Oh, lays a bunt down. Perfect bunt to Melendi over to Morris for the out.
Nice play.
And Briggs advances to 2.
Little
Small ball.
Yeah, I thought Briggs might take a big round in that corner, looking to go to 3, at least draw a throw. But they're gonna play a little conservative with the runner on second and the good hitters coming up.
And in a scoreless game, you want to try and get what you can.
Yep.
So we got Emmy Cook coming up, number 4 hitter.
She's been hitting well.
She takes a strike. 0-1 to Cook, the shortstop.
She's, I think, the last one up the middle, I believe, last time up.
She grounds one over to 2. Morris fields it cleanly over to Johnson for the out.
Nice smooth play by Morris. And Johnson came right off the bag, looking at third, making sure she wasn't rounding that corner.
Briggs advances to 3 on the throw. So now we've got two outs. And Coach Allison calls for another conference.
So it's the first time up, Gio. I think the substitution just came in.
We've got Hegarty, Caitlin Hegarty, number 16. Batting for Haley Lieber, who had a really nice hit last at bat.
She did. I thought I'd see her coming back up. This is Haggerty's first time up.
Well, Coach McDermott must know something
that we don't. And I'm sure there's plenty that she knows that we don't. Big at bat. Now again.
That mound visit was brought to you by the good folks over at Easton Fitness. Easton Fitness, thank you for your support for OA softball. Melendi deals ball 1.
Big at bat right now, Gio. This could be a 1 run, could be a determining factor in this game.
Got the go-ahead run 60 feet away. And Haggerty slices one over to the right side.
A little late on that one.
Haggerty
0-2.
0-2.
Let's see where Melendi goes with this one.
Should get right at her. And pops another one up out of play.
Nice pitch, one up high.
Melendi trying to elevate on that. Work the ladder, John.
I know, Gio, she's working on a rise ball. She's got a screw, very similar to the rise throw. Nice pitch on the outside. Nice stop by Farley.
Haggerty takes ball 1, 1-2. 2 outs. See if we can get out of this little jam here that we got ourselves into.
And she
goes down. Strike 3.
Right after her, Gio.
What a nice pitch by Katie Melendi. And after 4.5, it's no score yet.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has podcasts! ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by all of our Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Hey, Grace. Welcome back to the OA campus, where we've got a scoreless pitchers duel. I'm Gio Ballestino. This is John Homer. And we've got Catherine Farley at bat. She takes a ball one.
Catherine Strong, KG, was good catcher this year. Played in the OA basketball team. Came right over.
She had some big shoes to fill last year with that starting taking that starting catcher position, where Grace Simone was a 4 years.
Grace was a tough loss
starter.
when she went off to college, and she was definitely one of the stronger players and mentors on the team. In fact, Gio, I think she might be in. She came to back in the stands. I think she's here today.
I thought I did see her.
I think she went off to Emmanuel. She's studying nursing.
One of the best kids you could ever meet, coach, and just have a good old conversation with.
Fully agree, Gio.
Farley got 1-2 count, and swing and miss.
She got fooled on that one, Gio. Look at it, breaking ball on the outside, and
that was a nice pitch by Meade.
Down and away on her.
That brings up Crystalia Covell. I believe she went down with the strikeout her last at bat.
She got caught, looked at swinging last at bat, which is on 3 pitches, I believe. Hopefully she'll make.
And she swings and misses for strike one. I'd like to thank the Stoneforge for their sponsorship of OA softball.
Again, Gio, we are frequent visitors. Can't wait for the outdoor patio to open up. Nice take.
It is a nice take. As a couple swings and misses for strike two.
I believe in the outdoor patio, they are dog friendly too, on well-behaved dogs, which is a big thing in Easton.
Fantastic. Thank you, Stoneforge. Couple looking at an 0-2 count. Meade delivers for ball one.
Just outside.
Couple seems to be settling down now a little bit, getting a little more patient after going after that last pitch, and she goes down swinging for strike three. And that's two down, Homer. That brings up the third baseman, Emily Martin. Martin looks at the pitch, swing and miss for strike one.
She got fooled on that one. Looks like she pulled out a little bit and it broke on the outside corner.
There's a lot of movement on that, John.
Yes, it was.
Martin getting herself in a hole here, 0-1. He delivers with the swing and miss for strike two. 0-2.
This time around, Gio, looks like she's added some more pitching in. She's throwing things I haven't seen before.
Definitely working in additional pitches this inning, which according to the scoreboard is the 13th inning.
Guess the game's over. We got to go.
Martin settles in and takes ball one.
In fact, on that scoreboard, Gio, they the Haynes group, they're one of the supporters, I do believe. They supplied a lot of the wiring to help us get that scoreboard up and running. Thank you, big to them.
Thank you, Haynes Group, for your support. As Martin goes down swinging, and we still don't have a score after 5. OA 0, Whitman-Hanson 0. Thank you, Jack.
Go.
My name is Harrison Young, and after 13 years of talk show experience, I seek to bring you the best in interviews with some of the very best guests around, including, and here we are, experts.
I've seen thousands of demons actually come out of the mirror one time.
Wow. Musical guests and artists.
If I say how I feel, would you really listen?
And interesting characters of all types.
I threw that kid across the classroom. Look, he didn't try that ever again.
Wow. Join me at Topic Time on your Eastern cable station anytime they want to play it. And what I understand, that's quite a few times a day. And I love it.
Welcome back to the Windy City, Easton. The breeze just cut through here, and it is colder.
I gotta tell you, Gio, I ref hockey, and it's a lot warmer than today.
We're back here on the OA campus where the score is 0-0. Pitchers duel after 5 solid innings by both pitchers. The OA bats, so we're still waiting for them to come alive, Homer.
You know, Gio, it's been the first couple of games they got a lot of balls into play, and the strong hitters today just not acting as a catalyst to get the team propelled.
Yeah, Leonard, the center fielder's up for Whitman-Hanson, has a 1-1 count. Yeah, the offensive firepower is not for OA is not shown up at all right now, which is concerning.
Accolades to the Panthers, Gio. They've been getting a lot of their runners on. The first batters have been getting on, and they've come close 4 times already.
The nice thing is OA's been stepping up defensively.
Yes.
And there's another foul ball out of play. 2-2 count on Leonard.
Melinda is battling. Give a lot of credit. She's throwing some nice pitches, not making any mistakes.
And this at-bat is brought to you by Roach Brothers for all your grocery needs.
In fact, I think a couple of our plays actually, Gio, do work there. Caitlin Miller being one of them.
I've seen several of the OA staff members or players working hard at Roach Brothers. Lenny delivers, and ground ball over to Homer, and that ball was hit deep in the hole there.
Yeah, the fact that she even got to it, Gio, it was to knock it down.
I think it's one of those situations where you're just happy to have a defensive player like Matty Homer keeping that ball from going into the outfield and getting that runner to advancing the 2. So we got Leonard at first. That brings up Meade, who's pitched a heck of a game today. And Meade looking to help her cause here.
Interesting. The ball got behind the catcher. Runner on first actually just turned right back around. She might not have seen it.
Meade puts one deep in the hole again to Homer, and that was a little slow dribbler. I didn't think that there was going to be a play there, but it was close. But Leonard advances to 2.
Slower runner, could have had her. But nice play with Homer at short. Right into her right, ball deep in the hole. And she did stay on a forehand because she knew she had to go to second, as opposed to the backhand would have been a 180 throw. Again, Gio, we have Panthers making noise.
Got Allie Larkin leading at bat now with a 1-0 count. 2 on, no outs. This is a perfect small ball situation, in my opinion.
Myself. See, she drops one down. Yeah, Martin deep a little bit. Deep at third.
Yeah, they're not.
There's a lot of real estate out there.
A 2-0 count. Oh, swing and miss. Nice movement by Melendi's
Yes,
pitch there.
nice
Nice pitch
speed.
selection. 2-1. 2-1 to Larkin, the 8-hitter. And she fouls one off to the backstop to bring the count to 2-2.
Yeah, they need out right here, Gio. That means more runners up and top of the order coming up.
You know, I could really go for some Hilliard's chocolate.
Oh, Gio.
Hot chocolate would be
Hot
perfect.
chocolate right now, right?
Larkin grounds the ball over to Homer. Homer with a heads-up play over to Martin to take that lead runner out at 3.
3 balls are short in a row. Nice play by Homer. Absolutely, Gio. Smart heads up, good IQ, turn to third, getting that lead runner. Could not afford her to get to third.
Oh, looks like Leonard may have hurt her wrist on that slide.
Didn't see what happened. Was it a slide, Gio?
It was. Coach McDermott taking a look. We'd like to thank some sponsors here while we have this break in the action. Thank you, Sean Flynn Landscaping Services.
Flynn's great family in Easton, Gio. The kids are very active in multiple sports and community. Nice folks over there.
Do a great job. And East End Dental Wellness. Thank you for your platinum sponsorship. We appreciate all you do. As Melendi gets in the circle, ready to get the action back. And Melendi, nice pitch, strike down the middle. A little bit of movement on that, John.
Was Gio. I think she's trying to get
Got
a little
that
spin
inside
for a
corner.
ground ball or a pop-up right now. Infield fly rule is in effect. Get a free out.
And Terrace drops one down.
Both corners were charging on that drop. Shortstop running to third. Nice coverage. But she has 2 strikes.
0-2. Melendi ahead in the count. She deals. Way to waste one. Trying to get her to bite on that, John. She wasn't having it.
Nope. Good discipline at the plate.
1-2 count to Terrace. And Terrace fouls it off.
Nice protective at bat. Wendy's gone high the last 3 pitches. Let's see if she drops one low.
Would like to get 2 here, John, so we can avoid that top of the lineup.
Absolutely. Good point, Gio.
And Terrace goes down swinging.
Big out.
That was
Big out.
Very big strikeout, John. And that brings up the leadoff batter, Kenna Kirshner.
Wendy went after her last at bat, had a strikeout. Let's see how she addresses it now. Runner in scoring position.
Nice
Went
strike.
after her.
So 1 to Kirshner.
Believe it or not, I look at Melendi being in control right now with third base being open and 2 outs.
And
Oh.
Melendi in there with another strike. Solid. Kirshner looked at that
She
one.
pulled a Monet on the outside corner.
Very deceived. Oh.
Tough.
A little
Off the glove of Farley.
glove of Farley advances the runners from second to third and from first to second. So 2 on, scoring position. Kirshner looking at a 1-2 count with 2 down.
Gotta be careful now. Any pass balls, Gio. Let's see.
And Kirshner pops one up into out into center field. Koval with a nice catch to end the inning. And after 6.5, no score, 0-0.
How many spots do we have to get through?
Thank you, Jack. Great time and great job as always. Welcome back to the OA softball field on the campus of Oliver Ames High School, where we've got no score in the bottom of the sixth, and we've got Ava with a strike she offered.
Time. Looks like she'd squared a bunch of ball in the dirt.
Yeah, a little confusing. But Ava, one of the newest members of the OA softball family, got her first hit the other day, a double. And then she drops one down. Nice aggressive bunt, and has a very close play. The shortstop Cook over to Briggs,
nice
who
play.
was stretched out. Nice play. And that retires Tricia. That brings up Sammy Johnson, number 12, the first baseman. Squares and bunts.
Looks like
That was one of those spinners. That was one of those spinners.
Yeah.
It looks like Coach Allison's looking to play a little small ball here in the later innings.
You know, Gio, she wants to put some pressure on the defense. They haven't done it yet. They're hoping maybe it's an overthrow. Runner goes a second. It's worth a shot. If they can't put the ball in play,
let them make the mistakes, John.
Yes, absolutely.
And Johnson squares. Pulls back. Swing and miss for strike two.
Little slash, and hey, you're going to come that far down there in the corners. Keep them honest. Wish the first baseman had a mask on, but.
Johnson shows bunt, pulls back. And takes strike three. I'd like to thank another of our platinum sponsors, Fieldhouse Arena.
Great folks over there. Big shout out to Rosa and son Peter. Been big supporters.
We've spent many, many hours there.
Absolutely.
And that brings up Paige Taylor, who's also been at Fieldhouse Arena with many of those hours that we've held clinics and and coached various teams that these players were on.
9 years old out in that field. Might have to visit Rosa after this and get a little cappuccino and some little cannolis, perhaps.
I could use a cappuccino about now. The weather seems like it's taking a little dip in the temperature as Paige Taylor takes ball one.
Good thing about a lefty, Gio. Some pitchers have difficulty. If they see a lefty come up on a slap, gets in their head a little bit, and you're hoping to get a few more balls out of it. A little bit of a distraction. Let's see if it works.
Takes ball two. 2-1 count to Taylor.
You see many teams will lead off with lefties for the mere fact that some pitchers have difficulty throwing to them.
Paige puts one down the third baseline. Fantastic. I like where your head's at there, kid. But
little out of strike zone, but she caught up with it.
Just ruled out foul.
Gee, I wouldn't surprise you if that went fair. She could have been on second on that. Nobody was covering second.
Taylor with 2-2 count. Ball three.
Like to see her get on. Maddie Homer on deck.
Full count. Full count to Taylor. Meade, the pitcher, delivers. Page ground ball to the second baseman. Briggs over to the first baseman to end the inning. And after 6, we don't have a score. OA 0, Whitman-Hanson 0.
Go. My name is Harrison Young, and after 13 years of talk show experience, I seek to bring you the best and interviews with some of the very best guests around, including, and here we are, experts.
I've seen thousands of demons actually come out of the mirror one time.
Wow. Musical guests and artists.
If I say how I feel, would you really listen?
And interesting characters of all types.
I threw that kid across the classroom. Look, he didn't try that ever again.
Wow. Join me at Topic Time on your Eastern cable station anytime they want to play it. And what I understand, that's quite a few times a day. And I love it.
What part of the order?
And welcome back to the OA softball field on the beautiful campus of Oliver Ames High School, where we've got no score in the OA Whitman-Hanson game. Bottom of the seventh here, John Homer. And we got the middle of the order here.
Briggs is up, I believe.
Cassidy Briggs leads off the inning.
Number right 2 hitter. Side all day.
Takes strike 2.
Nice drop ball by Melendi. I think he even fooled Farley behind the plate. Didn't expect that.
But what a pitcher's duel we've had here today, John. It's
no mistakes by these pitches. Got to give them credit. Nice wasted pitch there.
It brings the count to 1-2 for Briggs.
Defense is still straight away. No adjustments on Briggs right now.
Unfortunately, the wind's calmed down, so it's comfortable weather-wise. Got a 1-2.
I think of this weather. I don't know if these girls should be using some of these composite bats. Might break.
That is a good point. Bats are not inexpensive. And Briggs fouls another one off. Out at the Randall Street.
Some of these brave cars parking behind us, Gio.
Briggs battling. I think after a barn burner like this game, Homer, I think we should all head over to Giorgio's roast beef.
Oh, I've been there many times, Gio. They have a nice selection over there. They implemented some bowls like last year also, but got to tell you, the roast beef is the way to go.
It is Giorgio's. Thank you for your sponsorship. And Briggs still continues with a 1-2 count.
See if Melendi can fool her on the outside on this one.
Oh, and Melendi with a beautiful pitch for the strikeout.
Very nice pitch. Totally fooled her on that outside drop ball.
And that brings out Butterfield, the catcher.
She's a good hitter. Some strong hitters coming up right now. Melena's got to stay on track.
And Butterfield looks at ball one.
Both corners are in from the line. Willing to give up anything down there, trying to take away more of the middle.
Ball 2 outside.
You don't want to be 2-0 and a good hitter. Interesting to see what she calls on this one, Gio.
Wendy deals. Ball 3.
Looks like they're trying to perhaps pitch around her. She's had a strong day at the plate, making contact.
Let's see what Melendi can. And Melendi goes inside, walks her on 4 pitches. That puts Butterfield, catcher, on.
Gee, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little
one out.
hit and run going on right now. Get
the
good
right
contact hitter up.
It's the right part of the lineup for it. Got 4 and 5. Emmy Cook. And she's going right after.
Oh.
Aggressive swing for 0-1. Cook, the shortstop. Little movement on that.
Can't afford a pass ball here either, Gio. He'll be strong behind the plate.
Lendy being methodical as always. Oh,
nice
shot
in-out swing.
Into the gap. Oh, very close play at 2.
Oh.
Very close
We'll
play
have to
at
make
2.
an appeal call on that one.
It wouldn't surprise me.
A solid step.
It would not surprise me if there's an appeal at 2.
Looks like she's making the appeal.
And in this break of the action, I'd like to thank another one of our platinum sponsors, Elliott Physical Therapy. Thank you for getting my knee back to normal. The kind folks over there, they really do a great job. As Coach Alice is going to get a second opinion with the home umpire.
Yep, good, smart appeal play, Gio. I think we had her as out being out by a step. Looks like he's not going to overrule, though.
Nope. And back to the action here. Well, we got 2 on, 1 out.
Hopefully doesn't come into play.
And we've got Haley Lieber batting. Lieber, the third baseman, takes a ball for 0-1 or 1-0.
Phil Fly in effect again. See if they can get the lead runner. Can't afford a turn 2 right now.
And inside pitch, beautiful inside pitch by Lendy for strike 1. Lieber, little chopper back to Melendi. Melendi bobbles it and unable to make the throw.
Look at the swinging bunt, Gio. She knew she had to rush it.
And everyone moves up. We got bases loaded, 1 out. And looks like we've got a...
Looks like that missed call at second base could come into play, Gio.
Looks like we got Caitlin Howard coming up, hitting for Leonard.
Infield is in. We got to cut that run down.
And Howard, aggressive right out of the gate, with a fouls it off to the right side. 0-1.
Melindy's going to be very selective. Farley's going to do a lot of blocking behind that plate.
Nice pitch by Katie Melendi.
A little heat wave coming, Gio.
I feel it. It just got warmer all of a sudden here on the OA campus.
Oh, it's just a good sign.
As Howard takes ball 1. Got a 1-2 count with 1 out.
Melindy's still in control right now.
She looks at strike 3.
Tough at bat. Took 2 nice strikes. Not swinging.
Melendi just really digs down deep in these situations where you really need her. Very impressive. She's not rattled. Doesn't seem to be phased at all. And now we've got Meade coming up with bases loaded, 2 outs. And Meade, the pitcher, can help her own cause here, so that we got a little bit of drama here.
We do. It's playing out very nicely.
Oh.
Nice stop by
nice
Homer.
play
at
by
short.
Homer. Heads up play. I think she caught that on the line drive.
Little one hopper was
Little one hopper over to Morris for the out.
Morris covered well.
And after 6.5, we still don't have a score.
I'm glad that blown call didn't make a difference.
Eastern Community Access TV, or ECAT, is pleased to announce format changes to its website, www.eastoncat.org. Our viewers will now be able to watch online 24/7, 4 channels streaming live the following program areas: public, education, and government, as well as offering high definition, or HD. Moreover, when viewers log into the website, they will be greeted by spectacular drone footage depicting beautiful, historic Easton. Furthermore, ECAT's revised content on demand provides shows, meetings, concerts, sports, and more in convenient playlists. The community calendar page gives viewers a listing of community events which ECAT is recording and live streaming for the current month. On this page, viewers can also request coverage of an event which they would like ECAT to film and broadcast. In the New to Easton section, newcomers can find a list of local resources and videos on the history of Easton and on its prestigious historical buildings, as well as tours of local businesses. ECAT has made these changes for easier navigation of its website and for better communication.
Welcome back to the OA campus, where we don't have a score. Bottom of the 7th, Maddie Homer steps into the plate.
Top of the order here, Gio.
Oh, and Maddie bunts one and foul.
The corner's crashing like 15 feet out. See if they'll stay there. They
Still,
are.
still looking to get our first base runner today. And a great candidate in the batter's box to do that.
It's about sub-3 down to first base, Gio, so it's worth a shot.
Maddie Homer puts a bunt down. Foul.
6 inches.
It's an 0-2 count to Homer.
She was on first base by the time the catcher got up. But you're right, 0-2, Gio.
She was hustling down that first base line.
Maddie had 16 for 16 stolen bases last year, 20 for 20 the year before. The kid you really want on base.
This team goes how Maddie Homer goes. And Maddie goes down on third, strike 3.
Yeah.
That brings up the second baseman, Devin Morris. Morris, on our last at bat, flew out to center field. Probably the best hit ball by our OA Tigers today. And she squares. Bunts foul. For an 0-1 count.
The OA woes of hitting continue, Gio. You get these girls in the batting cage.
Morris squares, pulls back, strike 2. Morris in the hole, 0-2. Well, Hammer, the pitchers today are not disappointing at all.
Not at all, Gio. Haven't seen a bad pitch yet.
And Morris goes down swinging. Swing and miss for strike 3. With this brief break in the action, I'd like to thank the Bank of Easton for your continued sponsorship of the OA softball.
John Moley, been a sponsor for over 10 years, Gio. That bank
Hopefully,
done a lot for our program.
Hopefully we can get a hit for Bank of Easton as Melendi fouls one off.
You might see
out of
Melendi
play.
going yard and doing a walk-off for herself.
So Melendi 0-1 with 2 outs.
Melendi does have the potential to go yard, Gio. She has some power.
And this would be a great time to show it. As Melendi fooled on that pitch. 0-2. Melendi digs in. And Meade wastes one,
Nice
going
pitch
low.
away.
Trying to get Melendi to bite on that.
Pretty disciplined hitter, Gio. Melendi, like you said, mentioned earlier, she's very calm and cool, collective. Doesn't get rattled easy.
And Melendi pops it up out of foul territory, brought in by the first baseman, Larkin. And after 7, looks like we're going to got extra frames here. Jack, are you able to hang out? All right. After 7, 0-0.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has podcasts! ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Welcome back to the OA campus, where we've got a barn burner here, 0-0, going into extra frames. So in the top of the 8th.
Well, gee, we were right. It would be a bad pitch, is still a quick game, but we're going extra.
And Melendi goes inside. We got Haggerty batting.
Yeah, she stepped in last inning, her second at bat.
We got Melendi in the hole 2-0.
Big first batter right now, Gio. It looks like they have a pretty deep bench from possibly pinch runners.
And swing and miss by Haggerty. Brings the count to 2-1. And Haggerty
foul ball
went over in the just over the glove of diving Sammy Johnson.
Good movement by Johnson. She's moving quicker on that first base side, going after a lot of balls.
Melendi deals. Another foul off to the right side. Out of play. 2-2 count.
Gio, where are you going for lunch today?
I was thinking about going over to Barrett's Ale House.
You do? Let me know.
Having a little lunch and always a supporter, a fantastic supporter of OA athletics and OA softball.
Absolutely. Year after year, Gio, they do step up.
Melendi deals to Haggerty. Swing and miss.
Went right after it.
After
Gio.
working the count full.
Nice touch by Melendi.
Great pitch selection here on that first batter.
Number 12.
Oh. Liv Terracy, little ground ball over to Morris, second baseman. Throw pulled Johnson off the bag a bit.
As tall as Johnson is, she couldn't pull that one down. A little bit of a high throw. Hopefully that error doesn't come into haunt him.
So the leadoff batter's on, the second batter's on.
Back to the top of the order, I believe, Gio.
That brings
Kirshner's up.
Kirshner, the leadoff hitter,
Couple strikeouts.
who also plays right field.
Let's see how the Panthers handle this one. Will they be aggressive running? They don't need to.
Looks like the ball went off the shin guard of Farley and bounced up the first base line. Advancing Terracy to 2. Now you got a runner at second in scoring position with 1 out.
Infield's going to knock this ball down, Gio.
Kirshner with a little dribbler, fielded cleanly by Farley with the out at
Nice
1.
play by Farley. Nice clean throw. Johnson popped off. Martin came running down from third base to cover home. Heads up play.
That moves Terracy over to third with 2 outs. And the leading run is 60 feet away.
So Briggs is up, I believe, Gio. She's been on the right side a lot. A few pop-ups on that side.
And Briggs takes a strike. Yeah, she's been pretty solid hitting over to the right side of the infield.
This puts Melendi in a bit of a situation, Gio. You want to throw a drop ball, but you got to keep the ball up. You can't afford a pass ball right now, so that could limit your pitch selection.
And a pop up over to Sammy, and Sammy makes the catch, retiring the sides. After 7.5, Whitman-Hanson 0, OA 0.
In 2023, Easton is a tight-knit community of 25,000 people. But with the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget our past. A time when Easton's population was 6,000.
Everybody knew who everybody was.
And there was respect.
There was respect for everyone.
When kids enjoyed great freedom and independence.
Everybody was poor at today's standards, but we all were in the same boat and we enjoyed life.
So join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, as I explore what makes Easton so very special with some of its lifetime residents.
I think Easton has so much to offer, and if you're living in a community, you have to know it.
Watch Growing Up in Easton Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. See you then.
Oh, potential walk, you don't have to throw?
Hopefully not. Welcome back to OA Softball Field, where we've got a pitcher's duel going extra frames, Homer. We're into the bottom of the 8th. No score. And Catherine Farley steps to the plate. Swing and miss for strike 1.
So, Gio, interesting fact here. I'm an umpire. I didn't realize this, that the rules changed this year for international. We just informed that on the international extra innings, you can't go to that rule until the 11th inning.
And for those not familiar with the international rule, is the runner would be on second to
Correct.
start the inning. Yeah, I was not aware of that also. I was surprised. I know that you and I talked about it prior to the last inning starting, why there wasn't a runner on second. Yeah, we got our answer.
There we go.
And Farley looks at 0-2 and swings, fouls one off to the backstop.
Interesting, Gio. We have 2 strikes, and we have a third baseman. Very tight. Not sure why.
No, that may
Giving up
not.
the third base line. You don't want to give up a double.
And Farley fouls another one off. Still 0-2.
Gio, I feel a bit of a heat wave just came through. Feel the sun.
When that wind kicks in, it's a little brutal here on the OA campus. And Farley swinging mess for strike 3. It's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. That brings up Crystalia Covell, who I believe is 0 for 2 today.
0 for 3, I believe, Gio.
0 for 3. And Crystalia shows bunt and pulls back for ball 1.
Gio, the crashing corners right now as a coach. Would you, if you're going for a bunt, would you go for almost a push bunt and not a drop?
I think a push bunt would be the best way to go.
Yeah, the whole right side open, looks like, and
especially up shortstop and second and playing deep. Covell just a little too hard with that bunt. Fielded by the third baseman over to Larkin at 1 for the out. And that brings up Emily Martin with 2 out.
2 outs. Hopefully she's swinging. I think she's swinging away here, Gio. Can't see you bunting. Tracy, you're on deck.
I would let Martin swing away. She has the power. She has the power to go yard here.
One mistake by the pitcher, which she hasn't made yet. Lauren Mead's pitching a very strong game.
Mead deals low. Count on Martin, 1-1. And Martin fouls one off out of play, bringing the count to 1-2.
Hopefully, Gio, that those foul balls, no one's got hit, lost any teeth today so far.
Yeah. Mead very selective here in the bottom of the 8th. And really went after Martin on that one. Go down swinging. And after 8, as I said, we're in extra frames here at the beautiful OA campus. 0-0.
Missed my lead.
Welcome back to the Oliver Ames, Whitman-Hanson extravaganza, Homer. We've got a pitcher's duel that's going into extra frames. What more could you ask for on this beautiful Saturday afternoon?
Absolutely, Gio. Just got word that the JV down lost 10-3. Looks like a lot of hitting on that game. Perhaps some of the energy can come up here. OA did fall 10-3 to the Panthers JV.
So we should be seeing our good friend Todd Marino at some point as Melendi deals, and Butterfield, solid hit up to right field.
Nice
for a single.
Inside out swing on that one again, Gio. Went with a pitch, got the fat part of the bat like did earlier.
And
She's a good hitter.
Whitman-Hanson has their leadoff runner on. Butterfield the catcher.
We haven't seen any steals today, have we? Many attempts.
We haven't. That brings up Emmy Cook. I wonder if Coach McDermott's going to try and play some small ball here, trying to get that runner around.
Interesting thoughts.
Looks like she's going to let Cook swing away.
Cook's a good hitter. She's making good contact today, Gio. I think I might let her swing.
Showing bunt, pulls, and she puts one down, goes foul.
Gio, I go back to the double play that OA turned, how huge that was now.
That seems like it was 6 hours ago, John.
5.5.
Cook shows bunt again and pulls back and swings away to go down swinging.
I think there was 3 pitches she went down on Gio. That's a first. She's making a lot of contact, fouling balls off.
3-pitch K. That brings up Haley Lieber.
She had a strong day at third base. Couple of bunts, and she's played it well.
Takes ball 1.
Outfield straight away. No adjustments yet. Looks like they're still playing a little deep.
And Wendy delivers ball 2. Lieber with the 2-0 count. Dangerous hitter is Haley Lieber. Dangerous hitter, Haley Lieber.
2-0. She's swinging hard.
And she's almost turned double play. A little slow developing. Yeah. The ball was a little bit hit soft. Morris made a nice little underhand throw over to Homer. But it's throws a little late.
Yep, slow ground ball, slow transition, but she was already at first. But nice, hey.
And that brings up Caitlin Howard.
I think she went down on strikes the last time, Gio.
She did.
Took 2 strikes. It was running in scoring position, and wasn't too aggressive. But we'll see what happens this time around.
Well, the important thing is getting that lead batter off.
Absolutely.
That lead runner out of the base path. So we still got 2 down.
No, defensively today, you are correct. OA's done a good job in getting the lead runners, keeping the ball in the infield, and getting themselves out of some trouble. Melendi's kept the ball down, forced a lot of ground balls, and pop flies. I can count, I think, 3 or 4 line drives, and that's been about it.
And Howard.
I think that was strike 2.
We had strike 2, but
strike 2, I believe.
Assuming that she was struck out.
I'm sure A would love to have taken that one, just walk out the field, but Blue's not going to let that happen.
Yep. And Howard fouls one off. Keep the count at 1-2.
Yep. Home plate umpire's done a very good job today, Gio. He's kept in the game. It's a long game.
Just keeping everything moving. No controversial calls. Could have been one. But for the most part, well managed game. Oh, nice pitch.
Oh, pulled
nice
the string
pitch
on that one.
Like Katie Melendi with the changeup. And after 8.5, it's OA 0, Whitman-Hanson 0. As we move on to the bottom of the ninth. And welcome back to OA. Oliver Ames campus. We've got a barn burner continuing in extra frames. It's the bottom of the ninth, and Ava Tracia steps into the plate, taking ball 1.
Yeah, she attempted a bunt last time up, Gio, and it just wasn't going to work. The corner's playing this tight. You got to have really strong speed getting down to first if you have any attempt at making it.
Looks like they're giving her a swing away sign.
Hitters count, Gio, 2-0. Let's see what happens here. Little contact, little punch hit. You never know. Well, one mistake away from a win.
Mead delivers. And Tracia fouls it off.
That was a 2-0 count, I believe, right, Gio? Yeah, 2-1.
It's 2-1. I like it. I like the call. Although your third baseman is playing out significantly.
You teach your kids to try to get on the line on bunts, Gio. This is a time you may not try to put it towards second or short.
And Ava steps in. Shows bunt again and fouls it off. 2-2 count.
You know, Gio, this is where
For the left
times
fielder.
that you may want to consider doing a slash. These girls are squaring a bunt, and these corners are crashing so hard.
Mead delivers. Low for ball 3.
Loads it up.
Work the count full. Best thing you can do in this situation, a scoreless game. Being the leadoff batter in the inning.
Let's see if she goes right after her, Gio. She's had pretty much good luck with our batters so far. And she did.
Swing and miss. That's the first out of the inning. That brings in the pinch hitter.
Looks
like we got, I believe we have a Taylor Marino sighting. Taylor Marino, the sophomore.
One of the second pitcher for our team, Gio. She's a hard-working kid, puts a lot of effort in. She's got a good bat.
Put a lot of time in the cages in the offseason. Perfected her swing. Coach Todd Marino is her daughter.
Yep.
Is his daughter. And
Taylor's our
really
type of kid.
worked a lot down in Taunton.
Yep, good program down there they have. A lot of good coaches, a lot of good effort, dedicated kids. Taylor is a product of that.
Taylor steps into the batter's box. And really going after her with the first swing. Aggressive. Fouled it off.
Good hitters are aggressive. Well, it looks like we're short on some balls. And typically, dugouts girls go after the balls. They get too cold to be running around. You get JV squads up here, but no one's going after it.
It's too cold. It's too cold. Reno, Elmo 1. Takes ball 1.
We'll say, too, Gio, when you have an aggressive batter, and she has not seen Marino yet, so she's probably thinking, what would I throw her? She's threw one in the dirt. She's going to be that much more careful. Perhaps she'll make a mistake.
Meade delivers inside. Ball 2.
I can see if Marino gets on, there's a few girls, a few runners in the dugout that she'd probably platoon in.
There's some speed on that bench, the OA Tigers. Oh, Marino. Aggressive swing. Miss. Take that count to 2-2.
Paige Taylor, aggressive to get up there. We want to get. That's only strike 2, though. Marino knew her count.
Marino's protecting the plate. And she looks at strike 3.
I didn't see that pitch, Gio. Did you catch what it was? That was a strike, but
It looked inside. Looked like it bit the inside corner. Some speed to it. So it's more of like a fastball, low and outside.
Nice pitch by Lauren Meade.
As
Outside corner.
Paige Taylor steps into the batter's box, she takes strike 1.
Paige can slap, and if he's rather than bunting right now, I like to see her slap. You got to push that ball past that third baseman.
Meade delivers.
Again, Gio, last time Paige was up, and she showed bunt, and she went full count. Pitcher Lauren Meade had a tough time throwing to her for a while, but eventually did get her.
And Paige slaps it off to the left side of the infield, out of play. Bringing the count to 1-2.
Well, Gio, now that I think about it, look at the scoreboard. 0-0 look like 2 Easter eggs. And it is Easter tomorrow, and happy Easter to you, sir.
And happy Easter to you. And Paige looks at ball 2.
Interesting on that pitch. I'm watching the pitcher's hands. Looked like at the last second she made an adjustment in her glove with it, looking to throw a curveball, and she missed on it.
Nice pickup there, John Homer. And Paige goes down swinging. And after 9, we have a complete Major League game.
Gio,
it's 0-0.
Good for the girls.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has
Podcast!
ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Welcome back to the OA campus, where we've got the top of the 10th and a scoreless game and extra frames.
You know, gee, I got a Caitlin Miller sighting. I wonder if she can step in a pinch run if needed today.
It could be that well-needed energy boost this team needs. But Melendi getting ahead of Meade, the pitcher, who's trying to help her cause. Down 0-1. Oh, and
nice.
That was an aggressive throw.
Johnson.
And nice save by Sammy Johnson.
Wingspan of about 12 feet, Gio, I think, on that one.
Meade with a nice little hit to the right side of the infield. And Rachel Webb comes in to run.
Expect to see her steal, Gio, you think? Or this is going to do a bunter over?
I would bunt her over. I mean, you're looking at the number 8 hitter, Larkin. Shows bunt, takes strike 1.
No one's tested Farley yet today.
Quick shout out to the folks watching on the ECAT channel in the pleasure of their own home. They're getting a lot of softball today. A lot of OA softball. Ground ball by Larkin. Back to Melendi. Over to Johnson for the out.
She did her job, Gio. Went back to could have been a tailor-made double play if it was a cleanly fielded, but.
So that ground ball moves Webb over to 2. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Liv Tarasi. I believe Tarasi went down swinging last at bat.
I believe you're right.
And she immediately goes down 0-1.
Outfield is still playing deep, Gio. I thought they might be in a little bit, but no balls have carried that far. I don't know.
The way Melendi's throwing, she's traditionally a ground ball pitcher, and she's definitely putting the right movement on the ball today to induce ground balls.
A lot of spin,
or a lot of just like pop-ups. As Teresi goes off to the right, out of play, and Melendi is ahead, 1-2.
Big pitch coming up, Gio. That's 2 pitches. See how Melendi handles this one. Nothing in the dirt. Maybe goes high.
And Melendi.
Catherine makes a nice stop on that one, Gio.
She goes inside, 2-2. And that was a nice stop by Farley. That's the difference between having that runner 60 feet up. As Tarasi works the count full.
All intents and purposes, Gio, walk is not solely bad thing.
Swing and miss.
Smart. Farley immediately went down to third. That was so quick. The runner on second base, I don't think could think quick enough to try to take off to third.
No.
Had no chance.
No chance at all to advance.
She threw. That's one of the benefits of a catcher throwing from her knees. It's that quick. She stands up to throw, you're probably going. You're going to have an extra second and a half.
That brings up the leadoff batter, Kenna Kirshner. And Kirshner looks at ball 1.
Keep that ball in the infield. Again, how's the outfield depth, Gio, on the top of the order? She hasn't hit anything out to the outfield yet. Still playing this thing straight away deep.
And Kirshner looks at ball 2. Melendi delivers for a strike.
Went right after.
Inside corner.
You know, you get the batter, you get a 2-0 count. Your count, what do you tell your batters?
2-0. Go for it.
Yep. Runner in scoring position, you're trying to launch that.
And Kirshner fouls off for ball 2, or strikes 2. Brings the count to 2-2. Here in the top of the 10th. Melendi, nice pitch. Ground ball to Morris, over to Johnson for the out to retire the side.
Nice bit of pitching by Melendi.
And in the mid-10th, we still have 0-0. No score.
Go. My name is Harrison Young, and after 13 years of talk show experience, I seek to bring you the best in interviews with some of the very best guests around, including, and here we are, experts.
I've seen thousands of demons actually come out of the mirror one time.
Wow. Musical guests and artists.
If I say how I feel, would you really listen?
And interesting characters of all types.
I threw that kid across the classroom. Look, he didn't try that ever again.
Wow. Join me at Topic Time on your Eastern cable station anytime they want to play it. And what I understand, that's quite a few times a day. And I love it.
Let's go, buddy.
And welcome back for the bottom of the 10th in this softball extravaganza today on the OA campus. And Matty Homer steps to the plate. And pops one up on the right-hand side of the infield. Out of foul ball. And the second baseman just kind of got a bad play on that. And it fell right in front of her.
Second life, Gio. Maybe take advantage of this one. It's an opportunity.
Let's see Matty Homer take advantage of this. She's down 0-1. Meade still going strong here in the bottom of the 10th. And Matty shows bunt and takes strike 2.
Gave her an offer. I thought she pulled back, but
Matty down 0-2. He delivers. And Matty pops one up in the right field. And the right fielder pulls it in.
that was the best opportunity.
Kirshner.
Speed up. Couldn't get on base.
That brings up Devin Morris, the second baseman. Nice play to end the inning there. And Devin fouls it off to the right-hand side. Sounds like that OA dugout's come to life.
Nice swing on that one.
Morris down 0-1. And Morris one to center field. Oh! And it's off the glove of the center fielder. Morris pulls into 2. Almost put that ball out.
Gio, almost a walk-off.
Almost a walk-off home run for Devin Morris. Best hit. That's twice today. She's at a best hit ball. Both were to center field. The second one, right off the outfielder's glove. And we got a little break in the action here. Looks like Coach McDermott wants to go have a couple words with her center fielder.
So we got one down, Gio. It's I'm going to make the assumption they're going to be swinging away. No sense of doing a sacrifice, getting yourself into 2 outs.
Got one down with Melendi up. I like our chances here, John. Melendi can help her cause here. Steps into the box. Meade delivers for strike one. Again, Melendi, calm and cool under pressure. And Melendi fouls it off to the backstop, 0-2.
Their outfield's still playing pretty deep, Gio. They're not coming in trying to cut that run down. Any ground balls, any bloopers, going to be in there for a hit.
You can feel the energy here on the OA softball field as Melendi takes ball one. The crowd is on their feet. Excitement all around.
We finally get some noise from the dugout, Gio. OA dugouts are pretty quiet. It's one thing I like, as you know, Gio, as we watch even college softball, it's like the excitement in the dugout seems the girls have more fun doing that.
Exactly. As Meade delivers, Melendi fouls one off. Staying alive. Down 1-2 with one down.
Just keep blowing music and keeping the ball up on this one. He doesn't want to forward a pass ball either.
Melendi digs in. Melendi with the signal
And
up in the gap. Morris comes around, and we got ourselves a win.
Walk-off hit by Melendi.
Walk-off hit. Katie Melendi. Morris around to score. OA wins. OA wins.
Gio, it's been great work with you. Appreciate the time.
The pleasure is mine, John Homer. What a great way to end this game. This is a marathon game. Thank you all for watching. On behalf of John Homer, have a good day.
Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton & Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible. Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton & Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible.